quickly here, man, because you got to do some cooking.
Victor Allen's Ethos.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, what is ethos? Just a fancy word, I guess, for community, your community, my community. And, you know, Mario, over this past weekend, you know, we got to visit this location, Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza, for PAF, Pan-African Film Festival. It's been going on for a while, and so they've had some wonderful, what they would call focus moments of events. Now, we have a next door neighbor, Daryl Grayson, who is the creator and owner of KidPositive.tv. Everything focusing specifically as an online destination with African American educational cartoons to learn Black history for kids, learn science, positive values, and more with cartoons and games. That's the general purpose of it. What's more important here was the idea that the conversation is not necessarily about, hey, that's our next door neighbor. He's right across the fence. Love what he's doing. He's built on this for some time now. And what was more important to me is how excited Mario you was. Okay? Okay. This is not about, I got Daryl. He's already doing his promotion. I actually sat back and I went to the event. I said, Victor, you know, you're going to do your thing. You're going to record it. I chilled. I said, look at Mario. Wait a minute. Mario's gone. Wait a minute. Let me tell you how gone he is. Pretend like these are the people right here. He had that camera like this. He was right there, which was cool. And I decided, I said, why am I going to shoot what he's shooting? Because really it was about learning and engaging in conversation. We're centered around animation, the creativity world, and where kids' focuses are. The whole thing what Daryl is doing is wonderful. It has its time. And I said this time is always sometimes a stepping stone to something greater. But it was about Mario.
Well,
okay, go ahead.
As I remember, you know, I was having such a good time interacting and trying to support my neighbor.
Yes.
I was trying to support my neighbor who lives right next door to me.
Yeah.
Okay, and also besides that, being totally impressed by the panel. Iona Morris, Greg Morris's daughter.
Yes.
Okay, and her brother is very successful in his own right.
Right. You got, you know,
And Leo Sullivan, who's an icon.
Right.
In the world of animation as it relates to people of color, the things that he has laying around yet unused
Right.
are incredible. And so when it came time for questions, I was also ready to be the first question.
Right.
And I started out.
So you already know. Go on, give it to
And
him.
Victor, next thing I know, I was like 30 seconds into my, question, whatever. And Victor, next thing I know, Victor has grabbed the mic for one of the panelists, and he's got the mic right here on me. Because I told him, I said, as a board certified, 30-year retired pediatrician for Kaiser Permanente, with all that history and all that time as a pediatrician serving our community, the time I spent in private practice in Compton, California, working alongside my father. All of those times were there, and I was reminded of all of that being there. And I told them I have never seen these kind of efforts that they are doing, put into place for us. And I was so impressed by them. One of the animators, young animators, has a whole series related to children with disabilities.
Right.
I mean, this is some incredible stuff, because the question that Daryl was raising so eloquently is, how do we best use animation to serve our community?
Of course.
And that's almost asking me, how do we best serve our community using the things that I have? So I was motivated. I was stimulated.
Yes.
And Vic caught me.
Yes.
Vic caught me
Yeah.
interacting with some of the people.
Right. And just
Leo Sullivan.
Yes.
See, there we go. That's Leo
Right.
Sullivan. Iona Morris.
And there goes Daryl.
There's Daryl.
Daryl, the
Great.
creator. Let me just say this while we're talking about Mark. Can you hit Kid Positive TV, the link, so people can get an idea?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's there where it's a Facebook link and there's the direct website link, so they can check it out. So for the most part, what they were dealing with is where kids are going as it relates to connecting them. And when you do connect with them, I said it's always the same thing. It's like music sometimes. And sometimes you have to get out of the way and let them lead. And I found it very interesting that, what was the guy's name? And I feel really bad. He was on the Zoom call, and he was his eloquence in speaking about what he had to do with. He's a 38-year-old, and he says, I'm sitting up here pitching to cats that's way younger than I in the industry who's signing off on big projects. Now, 38 is young to me, okay? Real young. He's pitching to cats who are making decisions who are way underneath the bar his age. What does that tell you how the thinking and how it's applied?
It shows you that, should be a lesson people should have learned already, because it's not really a new lesson. It's a lesson that repeats itself, that the tide rises and the tide falls. There's a changing of the guard, and youthful ideas come in, and that goes for anything from internet television to potato chips, okay? It's just, this is what happens.
Right.
So you have a shifting. So now there is occurring the same kind of shift. And to tell you the truth, I'm glad to see it, but remember, it's not that old folks or older folks are being excluded from them.
No, it's not.
They are self-excluding themselves from many of these
correct.
processes. You know, a bunch of people I know act like they can't learn anything anymore. It's like they got to a certain age and they're like, well, that's me. I'm not learning anything else
Right.
the rest of my life.
Right.
So that's different. But if you are interested in learning something, there's so much to learn out there for free. Kid Positive TV. Look, Vic,
Right.
you did a great job with this. And first of all, by the way, I drove down the hill to the event. And I drove down the hill, and I'm in the event. Here comes Vic walking in. So he walked down the hill.
Yeah, oh, man, I've always said enjoy. Hey, look, I'm one of those people that sit back and say, your legs start getting weaker as you age. I'm keeping it real. You better use them more often. And I had made a promise that if it's in within proximity, I'm using my legs, I'm on the bike, because you get comfortable in couch life. And you know what I mean by that. Couch life, chair life, cubicle life, you sit down and you engage. But the reason why I brought this story is because Mario got more out of this than anything else. And I would congratulate Daryl on a wonderful job, because basically there's a lot. When you go look at the stuff that he's doing, you'll see its time is there. And we had a wonderful conversation with a friend in the studio this morning who said his daughter, who's what, about 6, 7, 8, no, I can't remember, told
Like
the father,
9 or 10.
right. And what did she say? Daddy, you're dumb. Because he wasn't up to speed on what they use. The kids
That's right.
use.
She said, Daddy, you're dumb.
Okay.
See, this is what your kids are actually thinking about you, even though they're not saying it.
That's right. Right.
You're dumb.
They know that when we're talking, I used to say this to Mario. I used to say, Mario, while we're in here, because we still are about empowerment. We would be in here saying, okay,
Yes.
you guys can do this, you guys do this. I said, Mario, you do know that a whole bunch of people younger are watching go like, oh, that's for the real slow people. Let's go to the other channel. I used to tease him all the time because I know Mario has goodwill.
Well, I just want to also let everybody know that most people are slow people.
See,
What can I say? I just want you to understand. It's kind of, you'll get it, kids, sooner or later.
Wait a minute, Mark.
You'll understand after a while, but yeah, most of them are, yeah.
How do we do the self-test?
I'm just
Whether
saying.
you on this side or you on this side.
Hey, if you understood that joke, then you're on the right side, okay?
Okay. All
You're
right.
still wondering what they're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go over to, because for me, right when we did this path, I immediately had to jet out, because the story is that Mario probably didn't know about this. The week prior, I had went to the beach, and we featured the video of me last week, and honestly, it was an invitation to go to a beach party. When I got there, I couldn't find the people. When I got back home, as I said, I lived more in text and social media message. I had an email.
You couldn't find a beach party.
No, I couldn't find. No, wait a minute.
I'm just trying to understand the context, Vic. You so eloquent with these things. Sometimes it takes a moment
Right.
to literally register in
I couldn't find the beach party.
the brain. And I said, "Oh, Vic's actually telling us how he
Yeah, I lost
could not find
at
a
the beach.
beach party,
Okay.
which you know how hard that is sometimes,
Right.
To find. Even though you would think it would be,
Easy.
you would think it would be easy.
It's easy.
But we have had trouble before
Keep preach.
finding the beach party, and back then we were motivated by the little brain.
Yes,
We were we were looking back then.
that's right. You
Our eyes were peeled.
you knew where the beach was.
Binoculars.
Yes, everybody knows. Well, on this one, there's a reason why. Because when I came back home, I got an email saying it was canceled and rescheduled. Now imagine getting an email hours before it is canceled and rescheduled by email. That,
Okay.
imagine what I was looking for.
Okay.
See, so that gives you a break, gives you the setup. Now, I made that video more positive. I didn't say anything. So that beach party is coming down the road. In the meantime, I got invited to another beach party. And so I said, I need to sit back and get ready. And I said, Mario, part of this is to see the journey in about a minute and 20 seconds of what I experienced, because, you know, at beach parties, dance, music, food, energy, bikinis, bathing suits, swim, all that you're ready for.
Yes.
Right? You're ready for it. And I'm going to say, I want to see how much of those elements do you see in this video. So I want you to go ahead and roll the video. I call it Beach Ride to Dance. You just never know. So let's enjoy it for a second.
Well, we can just get it in the room.
I see them laughing as they passing and harass me colder. Can see my passion keeps on passing me. I'm getting older.
So
Yeah.
I want you to understand the elements.
Mr.
Mario,
Allen's E.
did you see the elements that you thought you would see at a beach party?
No, Vic. Frankly,
Didn't see it.
I have
Good.
some memories of
Right.
previous days gone by.
Right.
And
That was not necessary.
those were not the memories that
Let me try.
I had. in
Now,
my,
I talked to some people there, and people can tell when you're carrying a weapon of video. Are you documenting this? I said, yeah. Make sure you're not getting people with that. I had the concerns of life there. And I said, when you go to an environment, wonderful, cool, laid back if you're looking for that. But when you don't see cell phones rising and everybody going, let me show you, let me do this, you know you're in strange territory. And so I couldn't validate it as a party. Okay, so what are you looking for? People who will sign off on, and Mar, you know this. When you go to beach parties, people can't wait to say, show me, see me, right?
that's right. Show and we want to see.
Right, so what
Show us.
right, so the video is a successful failure in showing you the
Let's
beach
give
life.
Let's give it some more applause. It's free anyway.
That's right. I literally, and I talked to somebody and I said, the DJ, the music, how come they're not dancing? He said, well, Victor, when you get over 40, you kind of slow down. Is that true, Mario?
Huh?
You get over 40, you slow down.
Oh yeah.
Did you slow
Shit.
down after 40, Mark? No.
No.
No, you did not.
But I slowed down after 45.
No. 45 puts you by touch up like that. Okay, you did start churning down. You did.
Yes,
You
I
churning.
started getting lost on the porch.
Right, you started getting lost. Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to leave that alone because the people who may see this and said, Victor, we saw you there. Did you enjoy it? And somebody asked me, says, are you enjoying it? I said, yeah, but I thought it was going to be more energy. I was looking for the energy. I didn't look
I'm
for.
looking for the butter.
You see, and I didn't want to objectify.
I'm
people.
old. I got to look at some stuff before I get out of here.
Yeah, there you go. So, in all, wonderful laid-back beach gathering. Okay, just want to sit back and say that. Now, stop, man, because I'm gonna have to go back again. And there's people in there that they do this all the time. And let me be honest, I'm a caveat to this. They were doing this regularly, and the beach would be packed. This is post-COVID, and so you could tell what has happened as a result of this. The COVID thing, which more is a subject that's coming up. Will we be challenged with COVID this summer?
Well, not in the way like last summer.
Okay.
That's mainly because the variants that they're seeing are not showing the same kind of effects.
Right.
Okay, so that's mainly, but it doesn't look also like the previous ones are giving you immunity. First of all, remember I mentioned before that the vaccines were appearing to start to wane, slowly wane after about 4 months,
Right.
and that natural infection was also starting to have antibodies wane after about 7 months.
Right.
I'm like, geez, you
Wow.
can't win. So, 9 months later, you're susceptible again. Okay, let's put it like that. That's
and even
roughly,
sooner than that.
roughly underneath that. Okay, it could be like 4 or 5 months later.
Right.
You're susceptible.
Yeah, good point. And we, Mario, you have been talking about this for a while. So basically, it is people don't take it for granted because China is teaching people a lesson. Right?
Exactly. Even though what we don't know is what will be the effects of having those mass infections, but it's a gamble people don't want to take. In China, they're not taking it. And here, like always, we have a total failure to prepare for the upcoming obvious, and that there's no national game plan, as the president underperformed.
Thank you, my brother. Hey, you guys, there was a time when we were doing Quiet Storm, because I follow what we call entertainment as who's up and coming, and I remember Quiet Storm used to have the artist of the week and had some other things going. And so I said, music is every day. We're in a different place. Concert festival season is now. Didn't realize that a couple of days ago, Maxwell was, in concert. Now, I can't remember if he was indoors or out. So I said, well, why not share what I'm looking at? And so I have a link here that deals with the hottest LA hot singers, musicians you need to check out. And so for me, this is what I do. I like to check out, see where they're at, where they're performing. And so I'm just giving you a rough reference. This Yumi, lo-fi R&B songstress, she's listed as the top in LA right now on a list that includes male and female. And so you can actually go see the link where you can see her SoundCloud. You can go check her out. She considers herself a lo-fi R&B songstress. And so for me, I know I can't share the music because, of course, protections and copyright concerns.
I think we can show her site.
You could probably show her. You could show SoundCloud, and you could show. She's got Bandcamp as well.
Oh no, you linked to this one.
Yeah, I just in general, so you can see. I linked to this so you can see the other artists on the list.
Okay.
So it's cool whether you want to go through it or not. It's fine because for me, I mean, if you need to know, you need to stay up. And I think a lot of people are going, well, where's the trend of the music going all the time? Well, go check out their sounds just so you can get an idea. And so the link is there informationally for those who even after the show. I wanted to do highlights, not enough time, but it gives you an idea. And to me, you need to stay fresh and easy with what's coming up. I'm not necessarily in it, Mario's talked about having pink hair, but I'm kind of going, I don't have any hair. But anyway.
I didn't have enough matching stuff.
Right. So, hey, look. Basically, that's my ethos. I like the outdoor life. That's where you're going to see most of the stuff that I do and I bring. And the most exciting part of this weekend was watching Mario. down there chopping it up. Chopping it up. I said, yeah, man, he's inspired on this one. So it's a great combination and synergetic moment Mario had, especially with cats who's been in the business, who paved their way. Congrats to Daryl, man. I'm so glad I came, man. I hope you see this. And respect, man, respect.
Victor Allen's Ethos.
What a day. What a day. You know.